With this, Hector of the gleaming helm departed for his fine house, but failed to find white-armed Andromache at home. She had gone with her son and a fair companion to the battlements, where she stood in tears and sorrow. Failing to find his peerless wife, Hector stood at the threshold and spoke to her servants. "Tell me, you maids, where is the white-armed Andromache? Is she visiting one of my sisters or my noble brother's fair wives? Or has she gone down to Athene's shrine, where the rest of Troy's noble women seek to influence the dread goddess?" "Hector," a busy housemaid replied, "if you wish to know the truth, she has done none of those things. But hearing our men were hard-pressed, and the Greeks had won a great victory, she rushed to the battlements in great distress, and the nurse followed, carrying your son." At this, Hector sped from the house and retraced his path through the broad streets. When after crossing the city he reached the Scaean gate, by which he intended to leave, his wife came running to meet him. Richly dowered Andromache was the daughter of a brave Aeaean, who lived in Thebe, below wooded Placus, and ruled the Sicilians. Now she ran to her bronze-clad husband, and the nurse was with her, holding a little boy in her arms, a baby son, Hector's bright star. Hector called him Scamandrius, but the rest Estaniacs, since to them Hector alone protected Ilium. Hector smiled and gazed at his son in silence, but Andromache crept weeping to his side, clasped his hand, saying, "Husband, this courage of yours dooms you. You show no pity for your little son and your wretched wife, whom you will soon make a widow. The Achaeans must soon join arms against you and destroy you. If I lose you, I were better dead. For should you meet your fate, there will be no more joy for me, only sorrow. I have no royal father or mother. Achilles killed my noble father when he sacked Sicilian Thebe, that many-peopled city with its high gates. But he shrank from despoiling Iliad, though he slew him, sending him to the pyre in his ornate armor, and heaping a mound above him, round which the mountain nymphs, daughters of aegis-bearing Zeus, planted elm trees. And 7 brothers of mine, swift-footed mighty Achilles, sent to Hades, all on a day, killing them there among their shambling gated cattle and white fleecy sheep. My mother, queen, below wooded Placus, he dragged here with the rest of his spoils, but freed her for a princely ransom, only for Artemis of the bow to slay her in her father's house. Hector, you are a parent, brother, husband to me. Take pity on me now. Stay here on the battlements. Don't make your son an orphan, your wife a widow. Station your men above the fig tree there, where the walls most easily scaled, and the cities lie then wide open. Thrice their best men, led by 2, Entius, great Idomedes, and the Atreidi, and brave Diomedes, have tested the wall there. Someone skilled in divining has told them, or maybe their own experiences urged them to try. "Lady," said Hector of the gleaming helm, "I too am concerned, but if I hide from the fighting like a coward, I would be shamed before all the Trojans and their wives in their trailing robes. Nor is it my instinct, since I have striven ever to excel always in the vanguard of the battle, seeking to win great glory for my father and myself. And deep in my heart I know the day is coming when sacred Ilium will fall, Priam and his people of the ashen spear. But the thought of the sad fate to come, not even Hecuba or Priam's, nor my many noble brothers will bite the dust at the hands of their foes, not even that sorrow moves me as does the thought of your grief, when some bronze-clad Greek drags you away weeping, robbing you of your freedom. Perhaps in Argos you'll toil at the loom, at some other woman's whim, or bear water all unwillingly from some spring, Mycesis or Hyperia, bowed down by the yoke of necessity. Seeing your tears, they will say, there goes the wife of Hector, foremost of all the horse-taming Trojans. When the battle raids at Troy, and you will sorrow afresh at those words, lacking a man like me to save you from bondage. May I be dead, and the earth piled above me, before I hear your cries as they drag you away. With this, glorious Hector held out his arms to take his son, but the child, alarmed at the sight of his father, shrank back with a cry on his fair nurse's breast, fearing the helmet's bronze and the horsehair crest nodding him darkly at him. His mother and father smiled, and glorious Hector doffed the shining helmet at once and laid it on the ground. Then he kissed his beloved son, dandled him in his arms, and prayed aloud, Zeus and all your gods, grant that this boy, like me, may be foremost among the Trojans, as mighty in strength, and a powerful leader in Ilium. And some day may they say of him, as he returns from war, he's a better man than his father, and may he bear home the blood-stained armor of those he has slain, so his mother's heart may rejoice. With this, he placed the child in his dear wife's arms, and she took him to her fragrant breast, smiling through her tears. Her father was touched with pity at this, and stroked her with his hand, saying, Andromache, dear wife, don't grieve for me too deeply. None will send me to Hades before my time, though no man, noble or humble, once born can escape his fate. Go home and attend to your tasks, the loom and the spindle, and see that the maids work hard. War is a man's concern, the business of every man in Ilium, and mine above all.